All right. Jets game is over. Patriots, Jets. Patriots take it 15-10. We are watching the same exact story every year.
Yeah. Dan, I think it was what is it, Einstein's definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results.
Yeah.
Does that just not describe the life of a Jet fan, of a New York
Yeah.
Jet fan?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Initial reaction after this game. Give me what you got.
I mean, yeah, this is like what I was most afraid of is that the defense was going to play well. The offensive line was going to play well. And I think they did play well. I don't think any of the sacks, dude, that Zach took were like a lot of them were self-inflicted, I have to
I
say.
So they
Like
played well in the past game. I will agree. I think Zach had a lot more time than he had against the Cowboys.
he had time to get rid of the ball and he had open receivers.
But our run game was nowhere to be found.
That's
But
true. I mean,
I
yes, but that's because the Patriots knew that all we had to do was shut down the run and there were
Yeah.
open receivers. So the two things, our defense played well, our offensive line stood up, and Zach he's not good. And I'm not saying he's not good from a physical standpoint, but he has no ability to read a defense and actually have pocket presence and pocket awareness. He
I
doesn't
agree.
know when to throw it. He doesn't know when to tuck and run. He doesn't know when to get rid of it. He doesn't know when to take a sack. And I was so sick of Romo today being like, this is what it's like with these young QBs. He's in his third year. He's not young.
He's
If
not.
you're not a rookie, then you're a veteran, dude. And this is who he is. Maybe
Yeah.
he'll be good on another team. Maybe with a completely different fresh start, but with the Jets, this is what we're going to get. Every now and then you're going to get some fantastic pass
Yeah.
where you're like, "Whoa, is this what we can get?" You remember that what was an 85-yard drive, touchdown drive that pretty much
87-yard drive. 87.
Zach led that on his own pretty much. And you're like, "Oh my God, this is the guy that we drafted." And yes, that is the guy that we drafted, but that's not who he is for 80% of the game.
No.
He doesn't have the ability to make the big play, find the open receiver, step up in the pocket, make the easy pass. He's not the guy. I think he can be a pretty good backup. That's what I think. I think he can win some good games as a backup. I don't think the Patriots are a bad team, but this game was there for the winning, dude. When it
100%.
was a minute and 40 left with two timeouts from the 45-yard line, that's when you do it. That's when you lead the drive. And then
Yep.
you win that game. And then you make every Jets fan a believer in you. And you couldn't do it.
Couldn't
He
do it.
couldn't do it, and he
There were
can't
two or
do
three
it.
chances at the end of this game to
So
win
we
it.
need somebody else. I don't know if that's Tim Boyle. I don't know if that's Kirk Cousins. I don't know if that's Carson Wentz. I don't know who it is, but
Yeah.
all I know is that with Zach Wilson, we're going to win 7 games again. And this locker room is going to turn
If
on
we're
him
lucky.
because they know he's not the guy. He might be a great guy. He's a nice guy. I think it'd be great to go get a beer with Zach. I think it'd be awesome to go bowling with him. I
Yeah.
think it'd be fantastic to go, whatever. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a young guy. I think we'd have fun together. He's not a good quarterback, and everybody wants him to be so badly, but he's not. He's a decent backup at best, and we have to lay him to rest, and we have to move on.
Named rest. Wow.
We have to move on.
But I mean that again goes right well, dude. I think this finally is the last nail in the Zach Wilson coffin for me, dude. It's like I've given the kid a chance. Last week I thought he played better and the rest of the team did not. So we were hoping this year kind of this week I'll put all the pieces together. When the defense holds a team to 15 points, you expect to win. When a patchwork offensive line does a serviceable job in pass protection, you expect to hit your receivers. I saw too many times Garrett Wilson coming out of breaks open, CJ Uzama open, Alan Lazard open. Now, granted, there were a few plays where Lazard dropped the ball, right? Like had it, but he was covered pretty well. So I'm not putting that on him too much. But yeah, dude, Zach is not it. He's not the guy. And I am starting to not believe in Robert Saleh anymore, dude. Like leading up to this week, all we heard was Dwayne Brown's fine. He's going to play. He's going to be irresponsible with Becton. Now, whether or not that was gamesmanship, right? Like trying to play with Belichick a little bit. If you're going to say shit like that, it's got to work. It didn't work, right? Like maybe the offensive line worked today, but we still didn't win the game, right? We scored 10 points. 171 total yards, and over half of them were on a borderline garbage time drive at the end of the game. Like we were driving, I guess we had a chance to win, so it wasn't garbage time, but it's garbage time to Jets fans because we're used to this. But dude, I don't believe that he came out after the game saying Zach Wilson's our guy next week because he's the person who gives us the best chance to win. Yeah, probably the person who's in the building right now that gives us the best chance to win. But I think if we do go explore for one of those outside guys, like lure Matt Ryan back out of retirement, Carson Wentz, if Kirk Cousins wants to come here,
so bad.
If Kirk Cousins wants to come here, sure. Go try and trade.
We're gonna have to give up so much to get him, though.
Even if give up so much for a short term.
They're not getting rid of him because essentially it's just who's gonna be the placeholder until Rodgers comes next year.
I also like you said, dude. He's just not reading the ball, like reading the defensive fast enough.
He's so afraid. It's like you're watching a quarterback who's just so afraid to make the mistake, he doesn't make the play at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's so afraid because he didn't throw any picks. But when you don't throw the ball or even give yourself the chance at throwing the ball down the field, you're not going to throw any picks. So it's like you have this dichotomy between the two worlds of, okay, you let Zach cook, let Zach sling it, and then maybe he throws 3 interceptions, but he throws for 250, 300 yards, or he doesn't throw the ball at all. He doesn't turn it over, and he throws for 160 yards.
Yeah.
Both are bad. Both Zach Wilsons are bad. And we've never even seen a good one. Like maybe the Titans.
We've seen glimpses of a good one.
We've never even seen like a real, this is his come out game, 340 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's not there. He can't do it.
You know who this reminds me of? Sam Darnold. We always thought Sam Darnold was just one good game away, or he did really well at the end of this drive and had this pass, and we're nitpicking parts of his game to give us the belief that he's the guy, and he just isn't.
Darnold never had this team either. This is a playoff team.
Yeah,
today showed it. This is 100% a playoff team with
the cracks are showing, Dan.
With an average quarterback. With an average quarterback, this is a playoff team.
Yeah.
How is it not?
I'm tired of hearing that.
But it's the truth.
If it's so obvious, right? Like, it's so obvious.
It's coaching. You need to get him out of here. You can't be a Zach Truther anymore. It needs to go.
No, he's got to go. He's got to go.
Anybody who looks back at this game and goes, well, hold on a second. Zach he's done, dude. And again, I like him. Yeah. I want him to do well. I'm not a Zach hater, but he's not the guy. He needs to go. This team is too good. Garrett Wilson is on the sideline half the time frustrated because he's like, just throw it. Throw it to me.
This was the game,
I don't even
man.
care. It's single coverage. It's single coverage. I'm a top 5 wide receiver in the league. It's single coverage. Throw it to me. And Zach's like, no, I won't do it. I won't throw a pick. I don't know.
Too many times I saw, and the Patriots were down cornerbacks. They were down starting cornerbacks.
Dude, we got a beat up Patriots defense and couldn't do anything.
I don't get it.
But I think that Hackett wasn't great either. I don't even want to get into that. That would take too long.
Yeah.
Hackett is not that good either, but I think Hackett did enough for us to at least win the game. But Zach just he's not it. He's not it. And Zach's greatest attribute is his ability to run the ball. And he just doesn't do it.
Yeah. Maybe he's afraid to get hurt. I don't know. Quick on the Hackett thing, man. Like offensive coordinators are as good as their players, right? You're only as good as your weakest link. Zach is the weakest link right now. And
when your quarterback is the worst player on the team,
goodbye.
And it's not even like we're being harsh.
No,
we've given him. It's been over 2 years.
Yeah,
it's time.
Yeah,
it's time, dude. That game was there for the winning. That's what's so frustrating. If we lost and we just got beat, and it was like, 32-12 or something. Like, all right, we're not as
When
good.
you hold the opposing team to 15 points, you
It was really
expect to
13. It
win
was
the game.
13.
It was, yeah,
And that's the thing.
13.
How
Oh
does
yeah,
Zach take
13.
a sack?
They had a
How
safety.
does Zach take a sack in the end zone? Because if he didn't do that, dude, we would have punted it, held them, and then gotten the ball back with a chance just for a field goal to tie it up. But Zach doesn't have the ability to be like, wait a second,
I
I
need to throw
can't
this
take
away.
a sack in the end zone. That would end the game. And
Yeah.
then our defense gets us back in it again, and he does nothing. He's gone. He's done. All right, give me your gas and
Find
your
some
break.
good.
Okay, let's just get it done.
My gas is Mekhi Becton moving to left, right? So again, like my dream, remember we talked at the preview, my dream scenario happened, man, and they played fairly serviceable. Now again, I think pass protection played fairly well. There were some hiccups, but overall was a less daunting team than the Cowboys. So I thought we did pretty well. Guys were open, quarterback just didn't hit them. Run game was not going as well, but again, the defense schemed that up. So my guess has got to be this offensive line. This may be the best lineup we're seeing, right? Becton on the left, Lakin on the left guard, McGovern at center, Tittman at right guard, and then Vera Tucker at right tackle might be the best setup we have, like the starting 5 right now. So that's my guess. What about you?
CJ Mosley. Stud.
Absolute animal tonight.
Animal. Plays with heart, plays with passion, plays with fire. He is everything. And I gave him a little bit of heat in the last game. Like I thought he looked a little slow.
Yeah.
That was wrong. He looks fantastic. He was when he got that blindside block, dude, he didn't go after the player. He went after the ref and he single-handedly got that call. Like nobody threw a flag.
No.
He got absolutely blindsided and nobody threw a flag. And then until he yelled at the refs for like 15 seconds and they finally did.
I will say
huge tackles.
Yeah. I feel like the refs were on our side today.
Yeah.
Refs were 100% on our side.
It didn't feel like they were against us, at least.
Huh?
So he had huge tackles. He was flying around the field. He played like a captain. He played like the heart of the defense. That was so good to see. So he is my gas. And then my break is obviously Zach Wilson and Hackett. I don't think they have the chemistry that you're going to need. I don't know if Hackett, again, I think Hackett is an average offensive coordinator probably.
Why did we get Hackett?
Aaron Rodgers for so long.
Why did we hire Hackett? To lure Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah,
right?
So he's going to be an average offensive coordinator, but when you have Aaron Rodgers, you're probably going to be top 5. Yeah. But you don't have that guy. You have one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, so you're going to be bad on offense. So you need to bring in somebody who is a veteran, not a young guy, someone who understands how to hit the open receiver, who knows how to check out of plays, because that was one of Rodgers' big things. Read the defense and say, check out. I'm going to check out of that play because that's not going to work.
There were a few checks. We saw him check today, and one of them, it was like right in the beginning of the game, dude.
Yeah, he ran right into the line. It was the worst check of all time. Zach Wilson can't do it. He doesn't. He has all the, and I'm so sick of hearing, he has all the physical attributes to be. When you can't read a defense, I don't care who you are. You can be Usain Bolt. You are not going to be good.
Yeah.
You're not going to be good. And the rest of his team is starting to, just like last year, go, you're a nice kid.
Cracks are starting to show. Cracks are starting to show.
We like hanging out with you, but you're not our guy. We need a leader. We need a winner. And Garrett Wilson deserves better.
Yeah. My break, got to be coaching, man. Like I'm starting to lose faith in this coaching staff. Mecole Hardman, 4 plays. Jeremy Ruckert, I think 1 play.
Why? Where is he?
Randall Cobb, 44 plays. Why did we get Mecole Hardman? Why is he on the New York Jets? In a game, and again, in a game where I feel like we were begging for a deep, taking the top off of the defense, like someone explosive. Give us Xavier Gibson on the offense. 0 plays on offense. Why? Give us some explosive players on the offense. Give us some juice. And there's nothing there. And again,
how about Michael Carter yelling at his coach?
You know what? I don't mind that. I don't mind players getting at coaches. We don't know what's going on the sideline. I mean, we saw Quinnen do that last year. he came out, Michael Carter came out right after the game, was like, look, I'm going to stop the drama right now. It was something about, something about the game, not anything else outside
He's
of
frustrated. He
football.
wants to win. It happens.
Yeah.
Guys
Like
yell at each other. It happens.
I've got no issues with that. But the issue with that is, like I said, dude, cracks are starting to show. Players are getting upset. Garrett Wilson was yelling at Wilson and Hackett. So it's going to be very interesting if we start losing, if we lose 2 or 3 on a clip right here, right now. You know what I mean?
Zach's going to lose to the Chiefs, and then there's going to be a new quarterback.
We're losing to the Chiefs, but like, you know what? Maybe we don't lose to the Chiefs. I mean, look at the Cardinals came out and absolutely destroyed. They got destroyed, but beat the Cowboys today.
Or we're not beating the Chiefs. Did you see what they did today? I love you. I love you. You know I love you.
They were rolling with T Swift.
I tell you that every day. There's no way.
This is what being
I
a
love
fan
blind
does to
optimism.
me,
I love blind optimism. I do.
Yeah, no, we're not beating the Chiefs.
You can't beat the Chiefs with Zach Wilson.
We're gonna have the freaking Turd Bowl. 0-3, 0-3 Bronco, or 0-4 at this point. No, we won a game. Never mind. Still the Turd Bowl, Broncos versus the Jets. So on to the next one. I got nothing else to say. On to the next one. Let's throw this in the laundry and wash it because it fucking stinks.
It does stink. It's just, man, what a turn of events. Man. Super Bowl bound to I like, my mind started to wander to like, do we just try to draft a new quarterback and then Aaron Rodgers, because we're gonna have
that's probably what's gonna happen.
We're gonna have a very similar team next year. Thank God. We still have our rookies. Yeah. The guys on the rookie contracts.
So unless Garrett Wilson asks for a trade, people ask for a trade. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think that's going to happen. So because Rodgers is going to come back. He's going to come back to the Jets, and everyone is going to want to be with him.
Yeah.
You're not going to have Dalvin Cook. You're not, but like, who cares?
Dalvin Cook sucks.
He stinks. So Rodgers is going to be here, and everyone's going to want to play with him. Zach is going to be gone, and then you're hopefully like, is this a lost season? That's where your mind starts to wander here. Are we going to win 4 games?
We'll win 6 or 7. 9 max. But I've got to look to see after this. I don't know.
I don't even understand. I don't even know how you win 9. I don't know how. It's so disturbing. Like, I remember after the first 10 minutes, I was like, this is going to be the most Jet game ever. And it was. At the end, they kind of come back a little bit. And then just
the most Jet game ever.
You can change every roster, every coach. Same
old Jets. SOJ, baby.
And it's like the classic thing. There was so much talk. You can keep talking unless you prove it. You're all talk, man. You're all talk. And that's what we are. We're
all farting, no shit.
I look at our schedule. I don't know where the wins are. I mean, I understand that the Patriots are a pretty good team, and look,
they're not though, Dan. They're not.
I mean, Belichick is always going to win 8 games, 9 games, and they were 0-2, and Belichick's not going to go 0-3, and he did everything to not go 0-3, and essentially it was just that one touchdown pass that we let up
to a tight end.
To a tight end.
I knew the tight ends were going to be the ones. Block them.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing this year. They're targeting the tight ends. They're trying to do like a Gronk Hernandez situation. So, yeah, man, that's it. I don't have a lot of faith in the future. It's not looking good. I was really like, maybe next week if you're playing like the Bears or something, you're hoping for a bounce back, but you're playing a top 3 team in the NFL, and you have the worst quarterback, worse than backups. And you have the worst quarterback in the league going up against the best. So you can't win.
I think we see
the Chiefs are going to win 30.
I think we see another quarterback come in this week. I really do.
Yeah. A new quarterback comes in this week. Zach loses to the Chiefs, and then that quarterback starts
I
against
think the new
Denver.
quarterback starts before that. I think we got a new quarterback, and Zach isn't. How do you trot Zach out in front of the Chiefs right now? How do you do that? I-
Yeah, that is
You
dead man
can't.
walking.
I don't think you can. And if you do, it shows me everything I need to know about Robert Saleh and
And
this
you
front
can
office.
see Zach on the sideline. Like he's talking to his receivers, and his receivers are like, "Yep."
Yeah.
Zach's like, "Dude, I went back. I went and I saw you, and then you were open, and but I got a pressure." And they're like,
Yeah.
"Good,
Sure. Cool. Cool.
yep."
Cool.
Like
Cool.
I've never seen more embarrassment than like at the end of the game when he was talking to Cobb. Cobb's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, mm-hmm,
And Cobb did the solid veteran thing, right? Like we had the chance to win it. He was falling back instead of falling forward, and maybe he catches that ball. My goodness, that would have been
uh,
another most
winning
jet
that
victory.
game, winning that game 16-15 on a Hail Mary would have been hilarious." All right, man.
Let's go. Let's put this one to bed. Let's move on from it. So
Okay, I can do that.
Chiefs next week.
Chiefs next week. We will see y'all in a few weeks. We love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. This was a tough one, but we'll be back. We'll be back.
Jets.
Jets, Jets, Jets. See y'all later.